Hello, this is DracoFlame67, and welcome to another Tales of Symphonia Coliseum challenge. This time, we will be doing the beginner singles Coliseum with Genis. Now, Genis and Rain share some things that make it difficult for them, right? They have slow run speed, they have low attack power, all their special moves are spells, which require casting time. Very difficult things to deal with, especially when they're on their own. What Rain has that Genis doesn't, though, are healing moves, buffs, and while you might not think about it much, equipment that give her a variety of elemental resistances. Genis has none of these things. All of Genis's skills are direct attacks. He can't heal himself, and he doesn't even get the add combo X skill. So you can't really spec him toward basic attacks as well as you can with Rain. So that makes the singles Coliseum a very tough challenge for him. The only upside to Genis compared to Rain is that Genis is one of the best cooks in the game, while Rain is one of the worst, which means that your miso stew is going to be healing a lot more after each round. But the issue is getting through each round to get those heals in the first place. So this is normal mode. What I've decided to do is equip Genis with Phantasmagoria. It has, at this point, you could get one world which has more attack and intelligence, but one world does not buff defense, accuracy, and evasion. And Genis needs as much defense and evasion as he can get. I've equipped Star Cloak. In addition to fire resistance, it also has the highest armor rating of anything Genis can equip. Cleric's Hat for health regeneration. Shield Ring for highest defense. Turquoise for regeneration, and Mystic Symbol to reduce his casting time. Regarding techs, I've put Explosion on right trigger for spell canceling, and Indignation on left trigger. He hasn't... Oh, boy. Genis hasn't used Indignation. Right, that's right. I was planning on having Indignation at 100 so Genis could use Indignation Judgment, but then I saw Genis on normal using Indignation Judgment at less than 100, so I think it might be only 50 uses. Either way, if Genis gets into overlimit, I'll be casting Indignation for the Mystic Art. And most of his spells I've put are level 1. Fast, cheap. You can get them out before an enemy can attack. Icicle on neutral, Lightning on up because it can hit enemies above, and Fireball sideways. Because it goes in the direction that Genis is facing, so if I press toward the enemy, I will be facing them when I cast. And then Grave on down, because it's stronger, it's good at catching enemies, as long as they're not very fast. Something for slightly extra damage. Hopefully these spells help. For X skills, for Genis on normal, I've decided to go with Concentrate, so if I happen to, so I can continue casting while getting hit. I will be doing something very different on Mania, though, because I have a feeling I can only get away with this on normal. With all that out of the way, let's get into normal mode, beginner Coliseum, with Genis. start of the beginner class where all battles begin. Now the challenger has arrived. His name is... They call him the Mana Master, Genis Sage. Let the first fight begin.
You're gonna regret this.
You ain't going
Pancake
nowhere.
time. Great.
Thanks.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
You ain't going nowhere. Thanks.
What?
You ain't going. Thanks. What's wrong? You ain't going nowhere. Thanks.
Even...
You ain't going. Thanks.
Ow.
You're gonna pay. You ain't going nowhere. You
Get
ain't
'em.
going
Icicle.
nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You're gonna pay.
Ow.
You ain't going. Thanks.
Fireball.
You ain't going.
Ow.
You ain't going. Thanks. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
Ow.
What's wrong? You ain't going nowhere. Thanks.
Pancake time. Great. Ow. Pancake time.
What's wrong?
Great.
You ain't.
And don't come back.
That was stage 1 of beginner on normal. Genis still ended with really low health. Genis wins the first match. That was easy. You liar. Now let's proceed to the second battle. Please begin.
You're gonna
List is a
regret
bit
this.
slower usually.
Pancake time. Great.
Too slow.
Icicle. Get 'em. Icicle. Get 'em. Icicle.
Ow! Too slow. Too slow.
Get 'em. Icicle. Pancake time.
Too slow.
Great. Man, that was pathetic.
So that one was a bit easier than round 1 because the duelist is slower. The heavy armor, I think, is between them, and as far as speed goes, no, I want to be at full health. Genis wins the second match. Hey, I'm a genius after all. Will Genis conquer the beginner class? It's time for the final match.
You're gonna regret this. Pancake time. Great. Icicle. Icicle.
No.
That was a bit tough.
Yeah, that was beginner Coliseum on normal. Genis ended that third fight on the brink of death. Let's see how he fares on Mania. Genis did it. Genis conquered the beginner class. Well, it was to be expected. Genis will give him 12,000 gold in the medicine set. That about wraps it up. See you next time. And here I have the Mania Mode file. Beginner singles with Genis was pretty tough on normal. On Mania, as far as equipment goes, we can't afford the accessory slot for the Mystic symbol, because we need the Force Ring to take non-elemental damage in half. We still have everything else the same as on normal. Techs, I have the same tech list, though I think maybe instead of Brave, I'll put, I don't know, maybe Atlas? I'm not sure. Actually, no, Grave's fine where it is. I'm going to be doing a lot more spell canceling because of a specific X skill. Instead of Concentrate, Genis has Randomizer. Randomizer randomizes spellcasting time. It's Genis's equivalent to Quick Spell. Occasionally, Genis will cast instantly, and when you spell cancel with something that can cast instantly, like you saw with Rain with Photon, I'm going to have Genis do the same thing, just with Explosion. Alright. Let's get into the battles.
No way!
Don't bother me. Get him, Ray. Get him, Icicle.
Oh, lost round 3. Lost round 3.
You're gonna regret this.
Thanks. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. Ow! You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Thanks. You ain't going nowhere. What's wrong? Thanks. Thanks. Ow! You ain't go. Thanks. Eat this. Ow! Ow! What's wrong? You ain't going nowhere. Ow! You ain't going nowhere. Ow! Thanks. Ow! What's wrong? You ain't going nowhere. Ow! What's wrong? You ain't going nowhere. Thanks. Ow! You ain't going nowhere. Ow! You ain't go. Thanks. Ow! What's wrong? You ain't going nowhere. Thanks. Ow! You ain't going nowhere. Ow! What's wrong? You ain't going nowhere. You ain't go. You're gonna pay. What's wrong? Thanks. You ain't going nowhere. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. Ow! You ain't going. Thanks. What's wrong? Ow! You ain't going nowhere. Thanks. You ain't going nowhere. Thanks. Ow!
Explosion!
You ain't.
All talk, no action.
Okay, so on the second round, it went by just a little bit faster because I did get an instant explosion off. Let's go into round 2.
You're gonna regret this.
Ow!
Explosion! Get him! Icicle!
Too slow!
Pancake, don't bother me. Great! Don't bother me.
Ow! Too slow!
Icicle!
Ow! Ow!
Icicle!
Too slow!
Get don't bother. Icicle!
Ow! 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 Ow!
Brown! Get him! Aqua laser! Man, that was pathetic.
Alright, now let's get to stage 3. I lost to stage 3 on my first try. So hopefully can do better this time. Genis wins the second match.
You're gonna regret this. Aqua laser! Icicle! No way! No way!
No way!
Icicle! No way! Pancake time! Great! Brown! Don't bother me! Aqua laser!
No!
Alright, so that was... so I managed to do it on my second try. That was the beginner singles Coliseum with Genis. Shows you just how much harder it is to do it with Genis than anybody else. With characters like Lloyd and Zelos, even when I was at much lower level, it was a challenge to see whether or not I could do it without taking any damage. For Genis, it's a challenge getting through it at all. But I managed to do it. This has been Drake of Flame 67 with Coliseum challenges. I will see you with Intermediate.